Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, United Kingdom. Good morning, Asia. Good morning, Europe. Good morning, Amsterdam. Good morning, Poland. Good morning, Australia. Good morning, Austria. Good morning to all my viewers across the globe of the world. Good morning, beautiful people. How are you today? How are you doing? Today, I will be starting a series. Yes, I'll be starting a series on Egbe, the heavenly mates. I'll be starting a series on the heavenly mates. Yes, and uh, many people have been asking, what are heavenly mates? What are Egbe? Egbe are your spiritual family, the spiritual family, the family you come from in the spirit realm, and quite a good number of people have always have their reservation about the Egbe syndrome, and it is quite understandable because a good number of people are of the opinion that anything that happens to them is Egbe. A lot of people has been extorted, yes, by many people who accrue every problem in their lives to the presence of heavenly mates. Quite interesting and very interesting is the fact that it is not all problems that are caused by your heavenly mates, but the truth is that your heavenly mates are your spiritual family, and they are meant to help you to navigate through life. Yes, they are meant to help you to navigate life challenges, life difficulties, and also to be there for you in times of celebration, in times of happiness, in times of joy. A good number of people too have uh, fallen into so many situations that could have been rectified easily if they had known that they have heavenly mates, or if they have understood the power of the heavenly mates in their lives. Jokingly, somebody was talking one day and was telling the other person that you are facing me, you are facing me, you are tackling me. I will ask for my heavenly mates, I will ask them to gather cane and face you, and then I will see what you can do when they come. What does this mean? It means that the heavenly mates will always be there to help you fight your battles. They will always be there to help you pursue the pursuer. Yes, they will always be there to help you to destroy the destroyers. The heavenly mates is a phenomenon that is common and well known within the African setting, especially amongst the Yoruba of the southwestern part of Nigeria in West Africa. And a lot of people beyond Africa have come to understand that it is not just a Yoruba thing, it is not just a Nigerian thing, it is not just an African phenomenon, it is a universal concept. The truth is that in Yoruba traditional religious practice, Egbe is a very deep and fascinating concept, and it refers to a person's spiritual peers. It refers to your peer group, your society, your own species, you know, your own clique of spiritual people. And it is believed that you have Egbe, and that Egbe is Egbe Orun, that is your spiritual, invisible, non-physical mates, non-physical people. Yes, they are not people that you can see. They are not, that family It's not what you can see, it's not what you can interact with, so to say, because some people do interact with them, but basically they are spiritual. They are spiritual. They are spiritual people. Yes. It is believed that before incarnating into the physical world, one spirit makes a certain agreement. Your spirit, yes, make a certain agreement with your heavenly mate. That is, before you were born, yes, when you were still existing in the spirit realm, you had certain agreements, and that agreement has to do with your own affiliation. Yes, you have agreement, you have uh, 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 um, things that you discuss with them that you are coming to the earth to do, and your spiritual affiliations, they are the ones that keep that information. It's a covenant. Now you ask me, what does it look like? Let me give you an example. You have a situation where a child will stand up and say that I, my heavenly mate, I am your I am your I'm part of you, and I want to go to the earth. When I get to the earth, I want to have a husband. I want to have 3 children. I want to have 2 boys and a girl, and they too will be part of my spiritual affiliations. They will be part of my heavenly mates. Maybe that is why you find out that most people that have egbe usually give birth to children that are also egbe, elegbe. So you see, I'm going there. When I get there, I'm going to take my primary school education. I will take secondary school education. I will take tertiary education. Not just, I'm going to also uh, have professional courses, and thereafter I'm going to qualify as a medical doctor. I'm going to be treating people, or I'm going to become a fashion designer, and I'm going to be very successful at the job. But the thing is that I'll be taking care of you people. I will be giving you a kuru, a so, and all this from time to time. Not only that, I will also uh, return back home once I am 49. So you come to the earth, you do not remember all these agreements. You do not remember. So what do? You are just living like a normal person. But once in a while, you have some indications that there are spirit beings around you. I will still come back to that later. So you have this experience that there are spiritual beings also around you. You have this experience that you wonder if you are not being followed, if you are not being supported by certain unseen forces. There are people that are being supported by unseen forces. I remember many years ago when I went to one of the pastors of the church I was attending, and I said, "Sir, please sir, it looks like I have witchcraft." And the pastor laughed. He laughed and he said to me, "You do not have witchcraft. People that have witchcraft do not talk about it. They do not walk up to anybody to say they are suspecting they have witchcraft." So he asked me, why did I feel so? And I told him that I noticed that whenever anybody does anything against me that is very painful, or something that is not within my reach, I noticed that something terrible happens to them. It looks like some entities are taking revenge on my behalf. And he said, wow. He said, no. He told me it's the work of the angels working with me. And today, I have come to realize that the so-called angels working with me are my heavenly mates. And really, they were really, really there. Now, Heavenly mates, your egbe ọ̀run or spiritual affiliations or your peer pressure, they are meant to accompany you and to support the person spiritually throughout life. Throughout life. Throughout life. Yes, I'm making this emphasis because a lot of people are of the opinion that they go to appease their heavenly mates only when they have problems. It is when they get to the crossroad of life that they run to appease their heavenly mates. But it is not correct. It is not a correct thing to do. It is not a correct thing to do. If it is when you have problem, you reach out to your parents, then you must be a very bad child. That is physically speaking. Now, spiritually speaking now, when you have problems, you go to your egbe. When you don't have problems, you also go to your egbe. When you have challenges, they are there. Also, when you are about to get married, something good, they are there for you. You go to them. When you are building a house or you just completed it, you should carry your egbe along. And a lot of people will ask me, how do I do that? And that is a topic for another day. But for now, as I'm talking about it now, your egbe, I've explained who they are. I've also talked about the fact that they are meant to support you spiritually through life. But I also need to say and emphasize and make it clear to you that your egbe can sometimes also be offended. They can be offended. When you neglect them, they get offended. That is one basic reason. That is one basic reason. One major reason why they can be offended. They do not like to be ignored or to be neglected. They expect you to remember that you have heavenly mates. They expect you to remember that they are there to accompany you through life, to help you to the point of success. They expect upon a time you were with them, you took permission from them to come. They expected you to keep their certain rules, but you are breaking it. And when they are offended, there are certain things that you begin to notice. One of them is unexplainable or unexplained misfortunes. Sometimes when egbe are angry, you can notice that your life has no support. Every Dick and Harry can treat you anyhow and go scot-free. You begin to experience certain misfortunes that are not supposed to be. You begin to experience loss of funds, business failure, marital failure, failure in health, failure in social life, unexplainable hatred from people. You begin to experience such. All those are indications that you have egbe and that those egbe, they are offended. Another way to know that your egbe are offended at you is through stagnation. When you begin to experience undue stagnation in life, unnecessary stagnation, you are not moving, things are not moving, you are not moving forward as you can. It can be from egbe. It does not mean that everything is egbe, but in most cases egbe will also make their grievances known to you through that. And also when you begin to experience repeated failures, it could be your egbe, including failed marriages, including childlessness. Not only that, you can also have a sudden, when person begin to have sudden setback, it can also lead to it can also be from your egbe, this is not seen as punishment. They are not seen as punishment at all, but they are indication that your spiritual bond, your spiritual family, your spiritual affiliation need to be acknowledged. They need to be appeased. They need to be you need to give them attention. All these things that you are experiencing, they do not see it as punishment. They see it as something to caution you, something to let you know that you are supposed to do something and that thing is not being done. So actually, once somebody is having an issue, once somebody begins to experience one or two problems, even when you have a bad dream in the traditional Yoruba setting, our fathers in those days, they would immediately go to make Ifa divination, and you should ensure that you are with the right person. I need to say this because of certain experiences and complaints and all that I've been having from people. Yes, that I've heard from people here and there. It is because of that I want to say this. Naturally, I am not supposed to say this. Naturally, I am not supposed to say this. And if you have ever watched my videos, if you have been my followers, I don't castigate people. I don't castigate other spiritualists. But based on experience, you need to know who you go to. I usually tell people that once you come to me and you are not experiencing the desired result, it's possible that I am not the spiritualist attached to you. So you still move. You still move. Once somebody is working for you, is doing things for you, is helping you to do sacrifices and appeasements, is helping you to move here and there, and the more you do those things, the more you move back, run. Yes, move. That person, there is no spiritual connectivity between you, and even the spiritual connectivity might be there, the kind of energy passing through between both of you may not be positively okay for you. So what do? You need to get a spiritualist like Babalawo, Yanifa, or Olorisha, like me, like other people out there, to detect the problem. If your problems are related to Egbe, if the issue on ground is related to Egbe, if it is related to Egbe, now when you have the favor of your heavenly mates and you are doing all the things that are supposed to do, it does not mean there won't be challenges, but it will be minimal, and then you will have enough strength to be able to face what is on ground. Yeah, I will be stopping this series here. My name remains Ibironke Olasunbo Onwoluwa, popularly called Yeye Omigbemileke across the globe of the world. I am your Olokun priestess, your Orisha priestess from the city of Iyami in Ota, Ogun State, part of Nigeria, southwestern part of Nigeria. You can reach me on +234 81351 22750. I take it again. It's my WhatsApp line and it's my direct line. +234 813 5122750. Yes, that is my number. Do have a very pleasant day. Bye.